The government and ruling party have agreed to provide the Livelihood Recovery Support Fund to all citizens through a universal payout. Additional aid will be directed towards socially and economically disadvantaged people.
정부와 여당이 민생회복지원금을 모든 국민에게 지급하는 보편 방식을 추진하기로 했습니다. 취약계층에게는 추가적인 지원을 하기로 의견을 모았습니다. Okay, so this is news for people. Economic times, it's hard for a lot of people.
Yes.
And so the government is planning to dole out, some support.
Yes,
Okay,
they
so
are.
tell us more.
So we'll go straight to the numbers.
Okay.
Most people, according to this plan, would receive about 250,000 won. 25만 원 정도.
Okay.
But for people that are particularly disadvantaged, 취약계층, they may get up to 500,000 won, 50만 원 정도.
Mm-hmm.
And for people in the top 10%, 상위 10%는 they're not going to get as much, about 15만 원. So about 150,000 won is what they're thinking. There is no official number concluded final thing.
Okay, so this is the plan.
Yes.
But it
아직
hasn't...
검토 중이에요.
Okay, I see. But basically, it is then a universal payout. Everybody is going to get something.
Yes.
Okay, I see. So how are people reacting? I mean, what's going on? How are the other political parties' reactions to this proposed bill?
Well, of course, the opinions are split. Many people are glad to be getting the money, especially if you are a supporter of the ruling party. So if you're a 여당 지지자, you're probably happy about this news. However, if you are from the supporter of an opposing party, you might think that this is a fiscal burden. That, of course, being 재정 부담. Because money is nice, but we also have to think about where is that money going to come from?
Right.
Right? So
It's a big expense.
Right. So opinions are divided on this.
Okay.
But it is still being planned, but seriously under review.
Okay, so we don't know for sure if it's going to happen or not. So let's focus on two things here. The first one is a universal payout. 보편적 지급이죠.
Yes.
Right? Now, in America, in English, we also use this in a variety of situations, like a lottery payout, an insurance payout.
Yes.
Right? So what is this exactly?
So a payout is whenever they are giving you money.
Yes.
Yeah. 지급, 지불, right? So it is whenever you have money promised to you, and when the money finally comes out, that is called a payout.
Yeah, so for people who are invested in the stock market and you have your dividends.
Yeah,
you
배당금.
Yes, you can have your dividend payout as well.
Yes, yeah.
Okay. All right, so you mentioned that more money, if this goes through, would go to people who are disadvantaged.
Yes.
People who are disadvantaged. So our question, we were having a debate about, our PD asked, what is the difference between, or is there a difference between disadvantaged and the word underprivileged?
Yes.
Okay. So it's very similar in meaning, but if we were to make a difference, there is a slight difference.
Yes. I think in regular conversation, most people would not make a difference.
Yeah.
일상 회화에서
말할
많이
때는-
차이 느끼지 않아요.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, but disadvantage often means you don't have the basics everyone is supposed to have.
Like healthcare,
Healthcare,
very low income,
education, the things that everyone is supposed to have.
right.
However, underprivileged is slightly more towards people have other things that you don't.
That's right. So it's kind of like it's like you have the privileged people who have access to money and many things, right, have a certain standard of living.
Yeah.
And the underprivileged are people who don't have that.
Yeah.
But they may
비교적으로 덜 있는 느낌이죠.
That's it.
So you could live in like a expensive neighborhood and you're just kind of average. You might feel underprivileged because you are by comparison
Right.
less privileged than they are.
Right.
Yeah.
So if we were to make a difference, a
맞아요.
distinction.
어미 따지면.
Yeah.
어미 따지면.
That's right. Okay. All right. Good question. The government and ruling party have agreed to provide the Livelihood Recovery Support Fund to all citizens through a universal payout. Additional aid will be directed towards socially and economically disadvantaged people.